Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Bead and Chat. This is your girl, Chief Cook and Bottle Washer, owner of Pond's Edge Designs. Your girl Rosalind is here. I am live this week. And yeah, the usual housekeeping. Please like, subscribe. Likes are free. Sharing is caring. Tell your friends, a friend or two or three, let them know that I am here. If you are interested in purchasing any of the projects that are created on Beat and Chat, visit my web store, pondsedgedesigns.net. Um, you can also find me on Instagram under Pond's Edge Designs, and you can also find me on Facebook, which I am simulcasting on tonight. So, um, hope everyone's doing well. Spring is finally here, thank God. I mean, yes, I appreciate the rain, but yo, I'm so glad that my furnace is not cranking up anymore. So, anyway, welcome, welcome, welcome. So tonight, I am going to try something a little different. I still cannot handle beading needles just yet, but I am going to try and make a memory wire choker. I can handle memory wire, so I'm going to do that. Obviously, I'm going to use memory wire. I have this lovely piece of resin that I purchased at the New York Beach Show. And I'm going to use these lovely beads that I picked up at the show as well. And in an effort to move away from the colors that I'm usually drawn to, which would be purple or maybe a maroon or a blue, I'm going to use a mix of these lovely kind of earth beads and black pearls. So let me finish getting started. I prepped some of this stuff before the show because some of the things I know are hard to see on camera. So I've already cut my memory wire. I'm using a loop and a half, which kind of works out to approximately 16 inches. And look who's here. V. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you. Please visit VS Speaks Royalty's channel. She talks about all things Harry and Meghan. It is a lot of fun. I actually almost ran late because I was trying to catch the replay from today's show that she did. Y'all need to go check it out. It's so much fun, especially if you are a Prince Harry and Duchess Megan fan. You definitely got to check her channel out. And she has been very, very supportive of me. So I am very happy to return the favor. So, anyway, let's get into this necklace. As I said, I'm using memory wire tonight. I'm going to close off one end. Let me make my loop. I'm going to use these pliers. I have a pliers that is actually for loop making, but it's in the case and I can't get my hands on it, so I'm just going to use my regular ones. The only thing with memory wire, it is very difficult to maneuver, and let me try to do this. See if I can get it in one go. Okay, two goes. Come on, you can do it. There we go. All right. This is The loop is larger than I want it to be. Try one more time. Okay. Okay. Memory wire is nice because it holds the shape and it pretty much anyone can wear it because it automatically adjusts to the size. But it is a little difficult to manipulate. All right, and I'm going to clip off this end so it doesn't cut anyone. And you have to use a special cutter with it. As I've mentioned before, you have to use this kind of cutter. It is specifically for memory wire. Do not use a regular wire cutter with this because it will tear up your regular wire cutter. Okay, I don't know where that went. That piece of wire flew somewhere. Long as it didn't fly up in my face. Okay, so let me close this loop. Come on. Ah, perfect. Okay. So I got the loop closed, and it's closed enough so that the beads won't fly off. And the other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to create a bail. I searched my stash for a bail, and I just couldn't find one that fits this hole. This hole is very small. So it's hard to find a bail that fits the hole. So I'm going to make one. I'm using 20 gauge wire to make the bail. I'm going to make it as simple as I can. I'm going to try and fold it close to in half as possible. Hello, my dear. Hello, Inspire. How are you? Thanks for stopping in. Um, oh, you are always welcome, V. Always welcome. Okay. Inspire, I met through the St. James Show. So please check out the St. James Show channel. He is quite irreverent, but he talks about different things going on in the world of church. And I'm going to talk about that in a little while. Yeah, I did a thing this week. But I'll talk about that in a minute. So I'm going to make this bail. I'm using 20 gauge silver wire. I folded it in half. I'm going to just do like a simple twist. I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm going to make this loop a little bit tighter at the top. And I think what I'm going to do is sometimes with the bail, I'll make the wire, I'll twist the wire so it's really fancy and put some waves and some curl in it. But this time I think I'm just going to keep it a little funky, but fairly basic. I may not even need all this twisted, but I'm going to just do it this way anyway. There's a simple twist. And then, now with this wire, you can use a regular wire cutter, which I'm going to use. This is one of my old ones because I don't need the bail. I really don't need the bail this long. This is fairly long. I don't need all this length. So I'm just going to snip it right here in half. Hold on. Come on. Whoa. Okay, so I cut the wire over my garbage can, and I don't know where them pieces of wire went, but they did not go into the garbage can. So I'm going to look for them later so I don't accidentally step on it. So anyway, and then I'm going to take my needle nose pliers and just kind of do like a nice little twist here. If anyone has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Trying to keep things basic. My hands are feeling better. I still can't handle needles yet. Pain in the neck, but it is what it is. I just keep it funky but simple. I still can't handle needles yet. I talked to my oncologist the other day. I had my maintenance chemo this week, and I talked to the oncologist. Here we go. So this is all set. Oncologist assistant about it, and she said it can take up to 6 months, up to a year. So I'm in month 4-ish of it going away. So thank you, Inspire. I appreciate you. So you know, it's getting there though. I have to say it's much better than it was a couple of months ago. So I will not complain. I shall not complain. Oh shoot. I wanted let's see. Look at my little mini stash. I wanted to use oh crap, I don't have it in here. I wanted to use I have like silver beads that I use for ends like this to meet at the loop, but I forgot to take them out. So, oh, everybody's saying hello to each other. Lovely, lovely. So what I'm going to do, if I can, let me see. Does this clash? Yeah, there's no gold in it. Ah, crap. All right, no. All right, plan B. I'm just going to use my pearls. So I have an assortment of pearls that I purchased. It's always good to have an assortment of sizes. And I'm going to start with one of those. I think this will be a good size. So the nice thing about memory wire, it's pretty straightforward. You just string on what you'd like to string. If you're making a bracelet, you can make several loops. What I would have done, I have two sizes of memory wire. This particular size is for necklaces and chokers. Then I have another size that the loops are much smaller, and those are that's the one I use for bracelets. So if I were making a bracelet, it would probably be like 3 loops like this, but smaller. But this is a necklace, so I only needed 1.5. So I'm putting on a pearl at the end, and then I have to decide on the pattern. So I'm going to open up, let's see, I need something to put these in. Shoot. Oh, give me 1 second, folks. Where is that? I completely forgot. I bought an ice cube tray the other day, and these are perfect for putting stash beads in. So I'm just gonna put this in. And oh, these are the finished earrings from the other episode. I'm gonna put pictures in the shop. They're ready to go. They are gonna be a little more higher, slightly higher priced than what I usually do for earrings because of the stone. The blue agate was not cheap, so they're gonna be a little higher priced. So just to give you guys a heads up. Now let me open this up. Let me see if I can just open it. I'm gonna let me just cut it. So I have to decide on a pattern. So while I'm thinking about the pattern, let us chat about Katt Williams' internet this week, because I tell you, it is no longer Beyonce's internet. I keep telling y'all that. And every week is something new, something funky coming out. Stop running away. Beads, they keep running away from me. Okay, so let's see. So anyhow, another week, another set of craziness. Teflon Tiffany Henyard of Dalton, Illinois. Dalton, Illinois is now officially on the map, and not for a good reason, unfortunately. The city is on the map because of Tiffany Henyard. She has been accused of mismanagement of funds, mismanagement in general. The police using the police department as personal bodyguards. running amok with the checkbook, so to speak. And whoops, stop running away. Um, Running amok with the checkbook. Um, hmm. And amongst other things, retaliating against people she doesn't like, mistreating her employees. I think I can work this. Well, maybe not. Maybe I can work some of these in. I had these are from one of the magic boxes. I think it's the one my cousin sent me a couple of years ago now. My cousin sent me a magic box of items that her parents left behind when they passed, old costume jewelry and things of that nature. And I used this in a bracelet. I'm going to see if I can use this in the necklace. Let me cut. Let me see if I can snip this. So, anyway, okay, this won't do. Why won't you come loose? So Teflon Tiff has is a well, her reign is about to come to an end. That is the word on the street because her right hand man was indicted for bankruptcy fraud, which is could be up to 5 years in prison. He lied on his bankruptcy filings about his income. He was collecting a higher income than he revealed, and this I did not know. He had worked for another township not too far from Dalton, and he owes them money. Can you believe that? He done ripped off one township, picked up and moved over to Dalton, and man, this thing won't cut. Um, Moved over to Dalton and it has done the same thing basically, collecting a check from Dalton and the township because remember, the city of Dalton has a separate payroll from the township of Thornton Township. Two different payrolls, and he's collecting from each of them. Okay, this is not working. I don't know why I can't get this to open. Okay, let me try. Okay, if it's gonna be this much trouble, I'm not gonna use these. Let's see. So, yeah, he was indicted, so no one has seen him in a couple of days. Okay, ooh, that worked. Let's see. Oh, fudge. Wasn't quite what I wanted. And then not only that, oh, yeah, I can't use. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to use these. I'll figure something else out. Then, so he was indicted, and then on Friday, everything was YouTube lit up. I'm trying to adjust my chair, folks. Sorry. Ugh, come on. Bought a new chair. So YouTube was on fire on Friday afternoon, and I couldn't figure out why. And it turns out the FBI has finally paid a visit to Village Hall, or their city hall, I guess, and served some subpoenas. The rumor has it, nothing's confirmed because the FBI does not confirm or deny these things until the investigation is complete and charges have been filed. But the word on the street is that they're looking at payroll records are what they were asking, or demanding. So it remains to be seen if yeah, this looks good. It remains to be seen if if they're going if what they're going to do with the subpoenas. I mean, obviously, as much as she would like to, Teflon Tiff cannot ignore the subpoenas, especially from the FBI. You really don't want to ignore it unless she's going to turn it over to the village lawyer. And there's quite a bit of discussion on him as well. And I'm going to put some channels. I'll probably do a pin comment with channels you guys should look at for all the details. I mean, there's so much going on. I haven't even been able to do my own episode of It Happened One Night because things are happening so fast. But so I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to get my stuff in, but I will give a list of channels to check out. And then the unnamed trustee who should be under investigation for that trip in Las Vegas, he has been quiet and maybe in hiding. Someone spotted him at an AutoZone store. So who knows how that's going to turn out. Um, so yeah, everything's been quite the adventure over in Dalton. And then the other thing that everyone is talking about, well, maybe not everyone, but is a certain oh, and folks when to vote and then squander the opportunity being shady. Yes. And here's the thing with Teflon Tiff, they actually did a recall. They didn't want once they realized what she was doing. The and this is something a lot of people don't either didn't know or don't remember. But the town actually they did a recall vote. They tried to get her out of there, and she lost the recall vote. Technically, she shouldn't even be there. However, they went to court, um, and there was something about the way the recall was set up, or the trustees and the people that wanted to do the recall, there was one thing that they needed to do, and it wasn't done. I mean, they didn't know; they've never done a recall before. But since they didn't do that particular that particular thing, the recall got thrown out. Excuse me. Okay. I don't know what that was. So the recall got thrown out. So they did try to get rid of her. Um, but when that was refused, when it was denied by the court, they really couldn't do anything else. And things just started getting worse and worse and worse. And we are where we are now. So, yeah, oh, Lord. And I have to give a shout out to Pink Book Lessons. Her channel was one of the first, if not the first to cover the story, at least on YouTube. And there's I think it's channel 32 in Chicago. They've been following her for quite some time as well, because of her hiding the financials, and denying access to the trustees. So, but her time is coming to an end, one way or the other. There are a lot of rumors going around. There's a lot of speculation going around. Okay, this is what I have so far. A lot of speculation, a lot of rumors going around, and so we'll just have to see how it all plays out. But it is a shame. that it's come to this, you know. So yeah, Teflon Tiff, not Teflon much longer. That's all I can say. Okay, yeah, this is much better. Yeah, I like this pattern. I'm just gonna do it this way. Thank you, Inspire. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm feeling this one. And like I said, I'm trying to stay away from there's certain colors that I'm always drawn to all the time. Purple, maroon, sometimes pink, once in a while green. And this time I said, you know what? Let me push myself and use some colors that I normally don't use. I don't use a lot of black. I'm not a big fan of black. And this particular shade, these blue these beads are like a mix of white, blue, black, a little bit of green. So I said, okay, I'm gonna try this. It's nice to, stretch yourself every now and then. So I'm trying to move into different colors so I get a bit of a challenge. And the memory wire is not bothering my hand. So as long as I don't, touch the very end of it, I'm good. Uh, oops, I messed up. Okay. And I've made a bunch of bracelets with memory wire, and I've done a couple of necklaces with memory wire too. And I like working with it. Like I said, it fits just about anybody. Um, the funny, funny thing is, I put on one of my bracelets. I put on one. Oh shoot! I grabbed the wrong end. I put. Okay. All right. Okay. I know one of them fell on the floor. Bear with me a second. I know one of these went to the floor. Let me see if I can find it real quick. And that's the thing with the neuropathy. I can't feel anything with my foot, and it's a bit fudge. It's a bit messed up. Oh shoot! I don't know where it went. Alrighty then. I'll have to find it later. 'Cause I can't. Oh wait. This might be it. Yes, found it. All right. So, all right. Let me reconstruct this bad boy. So, yeah, it's. I put on one of my memory wire bracelets that I made last year, and I put it on, and it was actually too big. Okay, there we go. So, for a memory wire bracelet to be too big, I mean, man, that chemo really messed me up. I lost so much weight. Um, but it was okay. It still stayed on my wrist, even though technically it was too big, but it's all right. It held its shape, and that's what memory wire is for. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how far I'm gonna get tonight, but let's see. Okay. So here we go. Um, then the other thing that I wanted to talk about is this fake church nonsense. I talked about it on the last show. There is a person that considers themselves a pastor, spiritual leader. I don't know how you really want to put it, but he is also a gossip, plain and simple. And I didn't mention his name last time because I was a member of his Patreon, mainly to just collect information and figure out, what's this guy up to. And I noticed like one pattern that I mentioned that I noticed. He's always asking for a seed. Every week it's a different seed. He had the eclipse seed. He had the sower seed. He had its springtime seed. I mean, every week this man had a different seed. And also, he's been encouraging people to go up a tier in his Patreon. So the Patreon was $12 a month for the basic stuff. Well, he's moved a lot of the stuff that used to be basic, um, like when he had um, a Wednesday prophecy a show. That is now tier 2 instead of tier 1, so that you don't get that for the $12 a month anymore. Um, okay. Somebody I didn't feel like talking to right away. And I already spoken to this person today. I don't know why they're calling me again. Anyway, um, what was I saying? Oh, so yeah, he's changing up his Patreon. Some of the things that were the basic Patreon level are now tier 2. He's encouraging people to move to tier 2, which is $24 a month. Um, he is I've been getting so many more Patreon emails from him, from his account. Oh, you need to level up. You need to I'm encouraging people to go to tier 2. You'll be able to get more stuff. I'm like, so what's happening with tier 1? I think he's phasing out that tier 1 um cuz he's offering less. And I took screenshots of a bunch of stuff that he's been doing. Here we go. So I'm not thrilled about that, but I have dropped out of his Patreon. He was on the other night with this other gossip, and this guy, well, his first name is William. I'll tell you that much. And I mean, they were like two old hens sitting on the fence, talking about anybody and everybody. And I'm saying, how can you be a church person? And I mean, they gossip worse than two old women at the hair salon. And this guy, and I mentioned it as a comment on someone else's channel, but I basically said his hair is greasy and his nails are dirty. And I'll just leave it at that. I was not impressed. I didn't think it was funny. Some people in the comments thought it was hysterical. I didn't really think it was that funny. And then there's this whole um there's this whole thing about this singer who was um accosted on an airplane, or she was sitting in her seat and somebody grabbed her chest, and she didn't say who the person was because she wanted to talk to her lawyers first. And I mean, she should have gone to the cops, but who knows. um she wanted to talk to, she wanted legal counsel, so she didn't say the name, but she made the mistake of telling um this person because she wanted a referral for an attorney. And oh wow, it's working up pretty quick. So he did, and then he tells this William person, on air on the well, he didn't tell him on the air. I will say that. He waited till they were off the air to tell him, but I mean, you might as well have just said it. Because as soon as he said it, this guy William goes on to, I think it's Facebook. He doesn't have a YouTube account. I think he might have had one and he was thrown off YouTube. I'm not sure, but he was on Facebook, and the first thing he says is he puts the name of the person out there. Exactly. Um. So, and he puts the name of the person out there, and it's like, you. I mean, people really does not know how to keep their mouth shut. And so now, of course, the speculation is, did this prophet, pastor, whatever you want to call him, did he do that deliberately because he had already promised the victim that he wouldn't say the name of who she was accusing, but he found somebody else to do it for him. You know, I, it's a hot mess. It's just a hot mess, and the fact that this guy is trying. I'm considering to do one, and it will be much different content than YouTube. Oh, the Patreon. Yeah, I don't have a problem with Patreon itself because I know a lot of people like they do the Patreon because there's some things that YouTube would frown upon, and sometimes you want to offer members something different because they're paying monthly and all that, and I mean that's a good idea. I know some there are some beaters who offer tutorials on Patreon, so I get it, but I just don't like this particular person anymore because they're salacious. Okay, here we go. It's working up pretty fast. Not sure I'm going to finish it tonight, but it looks like it's mostly done. Um, so I just, after that whole thing, it's just too messy. And he claims that he's supposed to be a prophet, and he's studying the word of the Lord, and he's a coach, and he's this and he's that. And there is another channel that has been roasting these guys for over a year. I think the last name is Blaine. I think his name is it Timothy Blaine? I think that's the channel. And he's been after these guys' butts for over a year. And I don't know the whole story. I've just discovered this person's channel. But I mean, when they say false prophets, these guys are definitely up there. They qualify as false prophets. I mean, if you're going to do gossip about people in the church, then just say, listen, I'm going to do gossip. But you're trying to mix being a supposed minister with they basically, this guy is trying to be a mix between an actual pastor and what they're supposed to do and Tasha K. Basically, he's trying to be the church version of Tasha K. And the thing is, he's worse than Tasha K. To be honest, he is a lot worse than Tasha K. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If you want to pay to be to subscribe to Tasha K, she will give you what you pay for, which is gossip and comedy. And by the way, has anybody noticed Tasha K is kind of moving into doing um live shows and stand up now? She's not always online. Um she has different YouTubers have been doing what they call it, tea at noon or something like that during the week. So she's kind of moving away from that. She's doing live stuff. I guess it's more lucrative than I'm holding this end because I don't want it to fly off. But this is what we have so far. It worked up pretty quickly. So let me see if I can get a few more on here. See if I can get close to the end as I wrap this up. Um, but yeah, I was very disappointed with that whole thing with Larry and that guy William. He just disgusted me so bad. But like I said, I have dropped out of that Patreon. What he and like, oh, that's what I was saying. If you subscribe to Tasha K, you're gonna get, she offers gossip, and that's what you're gonna get. Larry Reed is trying to be a mix of life coach, pastor, and gossip. It doesn't work. Somebody needs to tell. Well, aesthetically, it doesn't work, but he's making money from it. So as long as he's making money from it, I guess he's gonna make it work. But that's really sad. So, and it kind of, once people start to realize, like, wait, this is not how it should be. You want spiritual edification, it shouldn't be that way. And once people start realizing that, hey, you know what, this is not what I would consider church. Here we go. This is not what I would consider church. Um, you know what? I'm gonna stop it here because I'm gonna need space to curl. Let me close this so this doesn't fly apart on me. Okay, here. Give me a little room. I might do a bracelet to match this, guys. Um, I think I have enough to do a small bracelet. I don't have. This is all I have left of these, which sucks. But I think I have enough to do a small bracelet, so that's probably what I'm going to do. Um, that's what I get for not buying 2 strands of. Okay, so let me try and thank you, Inspire. Um, so let me see. I'm going to do the loop here. Come on. Like this, and see if I can. I should have pulled out my actual loop. I have a looping tool that comes in the kit with these, and of course I didn't take the looping tool out of the kit bag, but I think I can kind of. Oh, now it's working with me. It wasn't looping before. Now it's deciding to loop. Come on. Come on. You were working with me before. Work with me now. Work with me now. Okay. All right. And I'm gonna, come on, just a little bit more. There we go. Okay. All right. So this will do for now. I just don't want it to fly off. Let me just adjust it a little bit more. Ouch. Okay. Yeah, my hand is telling me to stop. Okay. So I'm just gonna leave it like this for now. I'll clean up the loop in between until our next episode, and then the bail is done. So I just have to get. Actually, it's a good thing I didn't completely close it because I need to fit this somewhere in the middle. But basically, it's going to look like that. when I'm finished it up. So, whoops, I'm back here. All right. So I'm going to put these, I'm going to put a knot so I don't lose any. Yeah, my hand is telling me to stop, so I'm going to just put my things away real quick so I can wrap up this episode. Okay. And so yeah, I'm not happy with, and my warning to people would be very just be very careful who you are entrusting your money and your time and your potential faith in, because it's just, not everyone is who they say they are. Oh, let me move this up. Not everyone is who they say they are. Not everything they offer is good for you. And just be careful out there, folks. But and try and do your research if you can before you start investing your time and your money. Put this aside. And let's see what else. What else? Yeah, those are the two big things that seem to be taking up these YouTube streets lately. So with that, um, next time, I'm gonna finish this up and I'll show you guys how it turns out. Because all that's really left is the bail. So I'll attach that on the next episode. And then I'll probably start a small bracelet with those same beads. So we'll have a set. And again, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in. Sharing is caring. Likes are free. Questions are always welcome. I'm not quite doing custom I'm not quite doing thank you, Inspire. I'll catch you when St. James is on next. I'm sure we'll both be there. Um and if you have a particular color that you're thinking about or would like to see if I can do something in, let me know. I will do my best. Fo- follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Facebook, which I am simulcasting. You can catch the replay as well. Instagram is the best way to reach me. I have a Twitter account, but I haven't used it in over a year. So your best bet is Instagram to catch up with me. And you can visit my website, ponzledgedesigns.net, if you like to purchase anything, any previous projects. Um, And yes, do check out VS Speaks Royally. Please check out her channel. She is a lovely person and the channel is a lot of fun. Do visit the St. James show as well. Inspire, you can let him know I shouted him out. and yeah, let's see what happens with Teflon Tiff. Let's see what happens with Larry and his antics, and just be careful where you invest your money, your time, and your enthusiasm, folks, because sometimes it's not what it is cracked up to be. So I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of the weekend and a great week ahead, and I will catch up with you guys on the next one. So have a good night. Take care.